Welcome to Tuesday Tips with Kimberbell. I'm Trina from Product Development, and today
You are here with Jessie, also from Product Development.
we are going to showcase Noel's Quilted Stockings, which was a product just recently released, and we have had a lot of fun stitching this out up in the lab. And Jessie's done a lot of testing with this one.
Oh yeah, way too many.
There's a lot of little pieces to trim. It's really beautiful stuff. There's a quilted background on each stocking. There's four sizes.
And four sizes.
Four sizes and four designs. So there's a lot of stitching you can do. You can mix it up however you want. So many beautiful colors you can do. Also, what about the new quilting?
So with the new quilting designs that are being released by Kimberbell, we have one Christmas design that would look amazing behind all of these. And then we have one more new one coming soon. So stay tuned for that one. But they would look so cute on all of these stockings.
And this stocking, the whole stocking is completely finished in the hoop. It's really a great project because you just lay it in your hoop and the stitches go. A lot of fun to do, completed in the hoop. So today, Jessie's going to show you, when you look at these, they have such cute little elements and details, and we use our Kimberbell embroidery leather. And some people are a little bit nervous about trimming it. They want it to look really good. So Jessie's going to show you some tips about how to trim that embroidery leather.
All right, so when you're trimming your embroidery leather or your vinyl or your glitter, I like to use the new Kimberbell scissors. And when you're trimming, I like to hold my scissors 90 degrees to the leather. And I make sure that I never close my scissors all the way, or that's when you'll get your little jagged edges. So when you're cutting, just do small little snips and kind of curve as you're cutting around the edges, and then you'll have a nice, smooth applique design.
And Jessie's really good at this. She's had a lot of practice up in the lab trimming around that leather, so she knows how to do it really well. So don't be afraid of that.
Do you want me to show them doing it?
Yeah, go ahead and show them exactly
right.
how you do it.
So you'll go very slowly and get to 1/8 inch away, and then have them as 90 degrees as you can, and just slowly curve as you cut, kind of like that, and then you'll have a nice smooth edge.
Because it's a tiny little element, and Jessie is able to go smoothly around it by just being patient, cutting slowly.
And practice.
A lot of practice, and keep those scissors turned. So the next part of the stockings that we want to make sure that you get right so that it comes out really great is in the design there's a cut line that's stitched, and you want to make sure that you stitch that in a different color. We've stitched ours in red. Then you're going to take, and this is all in the instructions, so don't be nervous about this, but you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut through the fabric and the stabilizer. And you're going to cut all the way through, and you're going to cut to the edge of your fabric so that we can remove that piece of fabric at the top. I was always nervous about cutting through my stabilizer because you've just put your stabilizer in and it's supposed to hold your project tight, right?
Yeah, and now you're cutting a hole in it.
Yes, that just does not quite seem right, but it's okay to cut a hole through your stabilizer, and we're going to remove that piece of fabric, and then you're going to take your lining fabric and push it through that hole you just created. Now, what's the trick here, Jessie? How do we get it to look good right along here?
Press it.
Press it. You can take
Press
it to
it
the
very
ironing.
well.
Press it very well. You can take it to the ironing board, or you can use a starch pen right along there. But you do not want to see that lining from the front. You want to make sure that lining is pulled nice and tight and that it can't be seen from the front, right?
Yes.
Then on the back, you're going to turn this over and you're going to tape that down securely as we show you in the directions. Because you know what happens when you don't tape down these corners? They flip back in your project. Yes, I've done it once or twice. So you want to make sure that you tape that down as we show you in the instructions, and then you'll get a really great finished top along the top of your stocking. So make sure that you go ahead and cut that, even though it seems scary, and flip that fabric right through there. And then you'll put on your lining in your back and stitch your final stitches. But then what happens when you pull it out of the hoop, Jessie?
So once you pull it out of the hoop, you're going to trim 1/4 inch away from all of your stitching, and then you're going to clip your corners, and then you're going to have to flip this one twice. So you'll flip it once with the lining showing on both sides.
And don't panic when you don't see your design yet. You're just flipping it once and you will see the inside of the lining.
If I can get this.
And make sure that you've clipped all those curves so it will give it a nice curved edge and it won't be pulling too tight. And you'll also want to use a tool to really square up those corners the first time that you turn it before you turn it the second time. Don't wait till the second turning to poke those corners and smooth the edges, because you want it to look really, really great, because there's so many of these fun designs, and when you get it out of the hoop, you want to have it look really good.
So
But,
once you've... Oh,
yeah, there's
sorry.
an opening still.
Yes, so you'll still have your opening, and now this is when you'll want to fold your edges in and stitch this opening closed. So right now all you see is your lining, and then you're going to flip it through the hole in the front all
And
the
then
way
you'll see your
through.
finished design. But you want that lining stitched shut so you don't lose any of your goods when you stuff that stocking. So make sure you stitch that shut. It's like a little magic trick when you finally see your finished design pop out the other side. So Jessie's got the 5x7 size of the tree stocking, and this is one of the larger sizes. And so you can see the difference in the sizes of these stockings. So many different things you can do with all the different sizes.
And there you go. Once you flip it all the way out, you have a perfect stocking ready to stuff.
Actually, she has the 6x10. This is the 5x7, so it goes
Oh,
even
yeah.
smaller. So you can do some tiny little ones, and you could do them all the same or do all the different designs. And remember, what can you do with the quilted background?
Add a new one.
Yeah, from our Christmas quilting, you could pull that in if you want to really mix it up. But go ahead and get Noel's quilted stocking and make them and let us see what you're making, because this is a really great project completed all in the hoop. Thank you for joining us, and happy stitching.